of potential monthly income. Call 1-800-278-7455. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 1-800-278-7455. 1-800-278-7455.
Hello, this is Mike at Friendly Tire. I've been in business 30 years at the same location and offering great deals on new and used tires. I have many suppliers. Whatever car or truck you have, I can get you incredible deals on any tire. I also do tire repairs at very low prices. Give me a call. My number is 954-977-9445. I will give you a price over the phone on new and used tires. Again, my number is 954-977-9445. Thank you.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Florida Army National Guard. Aired by the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Deep in the recess of your mind, you know there's something you can do with your investments.
Of course there is. Keep it here on the FM Money Talk Radio Network, WWNN.
This program is furnished by amp2tv.square.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome. We're on the box today, right?
Brunch box.
On the box to all our friends watching all over the place, everywhere. Even the Ukraine is watching us.
Even those listening to us on WWNN.
They have one TV in the whole town.
Even those that turn on the radio?
No, the TV, the computer.
Everyone's listening.
For Amy's birthday, they're all tuning in.
We got a lot going on today, so happy Wednesday, everyone. The weeks go way too fast, is all I can say. It is Groundhog's Day, so happy February 2nd to you.
Bad news.
I'm not sure what happened because
he's not coming out.
The people in my house were talking over the groundhog.
6 more weeks.
6 more weeks. I mean, Steve Gubb's staying with us for 6 more weeks?
All right.
You're a groundhog?
I'm staying with you for 6 more months.
We're all in.
I don't think you should go back. I have a proposition for you.
I'm listening. If it keeps me in Florida.
I think we should make Gubba here.
We should make it here? In this building in the back?
Not in this building.
Amy
but that is interesting.
I was wondering what you wanted me to do with that big porcelain bathtub out there.
That's what I'm telling you. We squeezed the.
You heard of bathtub gin?
Yeah.
Well.
Like the carp in the bathtub. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Give us a call at the radio station, 888-565-1470. Say hello to Mr. Radio Man
Mr.
today.
Radio, are you there, Mr. Radio?
Absolutely. Good morning, Freddie and Dawn.
Good morning to you. Happy Wednesday.
See, I like it when he says.
What do you got going on? We got a full new crew in there running everything.
I know, they're in there doing their business.
We got Cole in audio. I think Brianna is running second chair to Slick, and Alana's editing a lot of stuff.
Well, there's a lot of things going on today, but the most important thing that comes, you know how they say cream rises to the top.
Did the groundhog come up?
No, he stayed down. That's why he's not cream.
Okay.
But the other person that is cream is Amy Reshefsky.
She is creamy. We're
that
so
correct?
not
Reshefsky?
going there.
I say Reshefsky because I'm Latino. I rolled the R's.
R-E.
I don't have any R-E's in my Spanish language.
Okie doke. We've got Amy in the house.
It's Amy's birthday.
It is Amy's birthday.
Now, we're not going to tell you that it's today. It could be next week. It's sometime
this month.
So it really doesn't matter, but the important thing is...
Valentine's Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
On the day of Valentine's, you were birthed?
That's why I'm wearing red.
Yep. Valentine's Day.
You're either a full-hearted or broken-hearted.
I give him a full heart.
How many years have you been married?
50. Last week.
That is a full heart.
I got to tell you, between
That's
your
long.
birthday and your anniversary, you got a big year coming up.
It is.
A move. You've been
A
like,
lot of
wow.
stuff,
If anyone
lot of
ever read
stuff.
your cards, holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Yeah.
You okay over there?
Oh, yeah.
I heard Mr. Gubba picked you up today.
He did. He picked me up last night, too.
You know, you say, are you okay with it? Well, what's the alternative? Of course she's okay with it.
Well, you know, I
She's
remember
thrilled to be here like we all are.
Right.
a couple months ago we had a different numerologist in, and she pulls tarot cards. And she also is a numerologist with crypto money. So she sat there and she pulls all these cards from my past, my present, and my future. Past was okay, present okay, my future she kept pulling and pulling and pulling, and she says, I have to stop.
Not a
I
good
said,
sign.
why? She said, because I don't know if you're prepared for all of this. I said, all of what?
Did she say Carl Wayne?
She said, change. And I thought in my head, I've got everything with Wayne taken care of, but a lot of change happening. And sure enough, a lot of change. Can we brighten Amy and Steve's camera, please, Slick?
You're in the dark over here.
It's a little fuzzy dark
as
over
often
there.
happens.
Got to lighten up their exposure.
Now, I
Yeah,
gotta
mostly
tell
in
you,
the dark.
this thing with the cards, we were at the Pinball Museum a few years back. I think I told you this story. And a lady had me pull cards. Before we started, she looks at me and says, the death card doesn't mean you're gonna die.
Just to give you a heads up.
She gave me a heads up.
Oh, look who's here.
Hi, Jay.
So I say to her,
Hey.
why are you telling me the death card doesn't mean, okay, so I pull a card. First card I put, death card.
Fact.
So we scramble the eggs again, pull the second card, death card.
Oh, come on.
Fact.
We scramble it again, then I had other people scramble the deck because I said, maybe it's me.
Three.
Third card, death card. I got up and I walked out.
Fact.
Good
Right?
idea.
Unbelievable.
Can you? And there's only one death card in
And
the
a
deck.
deck. So somehow he had a few. Who even knows? She said, "Just understand." And he said, "Why did you even preface this with the death card?" She
You
said,
saw it coming.
"She says I don't know why I did, but just know it just means endings and new beginnings." And that was the year that we
All
moved
left.
from the other place.
Oh.
We changed our radio time. Everything was like this big upheaval of stuff. Sure enough, she happened to be
It's
correct.
true story.
meant
We
to
ended
be.
up here. With Amy came with us.
And
A lot of
Jay
people-
came with
Jay
us.
came with us. But my
Jigger.
God, it was like a bag of coconuts on my shoulder. Then she says, Freddie, relax. Relax. I got 3 death cards. I'm looking around. I said, I didn't even know Gubba.
That's a winner, 3 of a kind.
Yeah,
That was a winner. That's a winning hand.
There you go.
If I would have pulled the 4th, I would have had a heart attack. So I said,
Look,
you
it
know what,
worked
I'm
out
gonna
great for
quit.
James Bond in Live and Let Die. He got to spend time with Jane Seymour.
Well, you
it's
saw
not
what
so-
happened to him at the end.
Well, yeah, it's
You
true.
got the death card.
That's true. He got the Jane Seymour card. It was different.
Welcome to our Gubba Wednesday.
Everybody says that. Now,
You
I
gotta say hi to
found.
Jay.
How are you, Jay?
You gotta go to these.
I'm good.
We're gonna go to
I
5
can't-
and 6.
I gotta go to 5 and 6. You know, there's a lot of technology.
I know. Jay wanted to be here with you, but he can't for other reasons. So, Jay, I have an idea. I'm going to leave a doggy bag out front for you and Barbara.
Oh, thank
So you can come by, pick up a little food to go, and take it home. This way you can be part of our party and be here virtually.
Oh, thank you very much.
So you let us know when you're coming by, and we will send everything for you guys to enjoy.
Can I ask you a
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
There's something different about Jay.
Oh, you're
Is it
right.
the mustache, the glasses,
The hairstyle.
Something is thicker.
Yeah.
You look like a movie star from, I don't know what movie.
Are you wearing sunglasses?
No.
Doesn't he look like he's
This
wearing
is a hint.
sunglasses?
There's something different about him, no?
Yes, there is.
Slick says you're smooth today, Jay.
He
I'm
must have
very
shaved.
smooth, yeah.
How have you been?
I've been pretty good. I've staying busy. I think you saw the new piece that I just finished, and I'm doing a lot of changes this year. That's why I look a little different. Everything is new year, new me, new things, and so the pictures. What I'm doing now, instead of doing portraits, I'm doing landscapes, rustic America.
I like it. I like the picture behind you also. It kind of reminds me of the picture that's behind Freddie.
A little bit. It's only the one behind me is the original.
It's the real deal. Amy, have you seen Jay's creation of you?
Yeah.
On our first breakfast?
Yeah, she's got green pants on.
Your green pants on a yellow. But look, you're drawing Miriam. Like he has you really drawing one of your paintings.
That's amazing.
Which is so
I need
great.
to take a picture of that too.
And you see, Gubba, how come you're always under the table?
I was just going to make that point and ask that very same question.
And you're always holding a bottle of rum.
You know what Alana says?
That too.
1 tequila, 2. 3 tequila,
floor.
That
Floor.
is why Steve is on the floor.
Look who's in the house.
Wayne Henry is in the house. Wow. For those of you that are confused, it really is Wednesday, not Friday.
Yeah, Freddie was getting an interesting draw in a game of tarot. So your name came
card.
up for some reason. I don't know why.
I pulled the 3 death cards. 3 times.
Gee, I think I know the source of those cards. There
So
they
Jay,
go.
I'm thinking that we can do a swap at the door. We can do like a drive-by. You leave your painting, and we'll give you some food.
Okay, that sounds like a deal.
How do you like that tough deal?
I'll drink to that.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Happy Wednesday. So I told Jay the only thing was missing in his painting was Dorothy and Toto.
Which one? The one that he posted on Facebook?
Yes.
I thought that was fabulous. That was like a throwback to another yesteryear.
I've been wanting to do pictures like that for quite a while, and so I'm just going to take the opportunity and do some like that are all kind of I don't know, very folksy, maybe a little Western kind of down home kind of pictures.
It reminds me of The Notebook.
It reminds me of Clint Eastwood, who turns 92 this year.
Really?
And he is in production for another movie.
Unreal.
Wow.
Unbelievable. He says he's going to die making movies.
Why not?
You may as well live your life, right?
But
otherwise, you got to call Wayne, so you may as well live your life. Wayne, you make it easy. Sorry.
Call me early. Call me early, so you don't have to worry about it.
Call him early. Don't call him late
You know,
for dinner.
don't say that. Poor Wayne comes in and everybody goes, the underboss, the
Well, I'm
Undertaker.
thinking of the picture behind you. We've got Tracy. She wants a picture of it. We got Wayne, Steve Gubb, and that is our first breakfast.
What is Wayne holding?
A calla lily.
A what?
A calla lily. A lily to you.
A lily. Calla lily.
A lily to you.
Interesting work of art behind us.
Jay, what's next?
Right now, I'm working on this. I'm working on another picture. Actually, the one I'm working on now is cowboy gear.
Oh, nice.
And it should be interesting. It's cowboy gear with nice browns and yellows, so it should be nice.
We have to find a way to get you creating in your house like Amy does. Oh, I have an idea. We're going to do this platform on your next picture so we can record it, so we can still air it as a show.
Yeah, we can do it from
so
there.
you can do it from home like Amy does from North Carolina. Because even Alana said, Jay hasn't had a show in a long time.
You can do it from right there.
So we can do it just like this, record it, and then put it out, or we just put it out live.
Yeah, well, we can do that. Except these pictures take a little bit more time than the portraits, like a lot more time.
More detail, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be like that Bob.
Yeah,
Willis
there's.
guy. He does this.
Bob Ross.
Him.
Bob really builds houses.
Well, that's what he's building.
Oh, Bob Ross.
He needs a bathroom redone. So
Maybe record a little bit each day and then put it all together so we can see.
Do a bathroom remodel.
Put it,
too
yeah,
at the
well,
same
I
time?
could do. What I could do would be maybe just take a picture over time and just and show progress.
Just turn your laptop on and draw, and capture it, and then you send us the capture, and then we'll do the last of it. And we'll do a beginning and an end, and you'll have the whole production in 6 minutes, like he does the other thing.
Yeah, I want to try that too.
Okay.
You should. I only told you this like 4 years ago.
Well, I've done a few of them, but
She
nobody's
doesn't
seen
have
them.
enough Gubba in her house to get her inspired.
Yes, Mr. Gubba.
There's we know the pipeline.
there may not be enough Gubba on the planet at this particular
We had
time.
Tracy McDonough in this morning from Healing Moments. She was talking about, can't say this word, activating your penile gland.
Excuse me?
Yes.
What?
Who
So
was
Activate your penile.
if you activate your penile gland, you get all these crystals that are like at the base of your neck, all stimulated, and you see things, and it opens up your creative mind.
No. There is crystals.
Yes, you
The
activate
penile hasn't been used. It's like the appendix. It's not being used anymore. And your creative side lies in there.
And this person knows this how?
Because she studied it. She has a master's in
In penile glands?
Penile glands.
She has a master's in penile.
Yes, in health and wellness. Amy knows about this.
Look
at her. She's shaking her head yes.
You think this is funny? This is
Damn
true.
right I do.
This is
But this
true.
is so true.
If you meditate, you can activate your penile gland and open up to all kinds of positivity and universal uploads.
And the funny thing is, you don't live the past,
Yeah,
you
really.
live the future. See, we're stuck in the past doing things that we do repetitively.
Yeah.
If you knew the good things tomorrow, you would live that life, wouldn't you?
Yes.
So isn't it worth checking it out?
Absolutely.
Wayne, didn't you do a program with that, I forget her name, the one with the curly hair? She was British.
No.
You brought her in. No.
Yes, you
Sorry,
did.
rings no
Even I
bells.
remember
British
that.
and curly
And you
hair
brought
doesn't
her
ring a
in
bell.
here, and it was a whole like training self-mastery program.
Yes.
Oh,
did.
Caroline.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did she work with you in all of that
Yeah,
too?
I did a few of her courses. Yeah.
He's
I
like,
Yeah,
no.
you,
yeah.
Your crystals are, your crystals
I
may
think
be a
his
little bit.
crystals have been activated.
I don't know. I don't know if she got anywhere near my penile gland, but
You would have
Now,
remembered.
Wayne, don't be modest.
Yeah, really.
Well, I'm
But it's
sorry
very
that she
good.
couldn't find your penile gland, but it's in the base of your neck.
I see.
And here's what's going to happen. People are going to watch the show today and think it's Friday. So we have now thoroughly confused everyone. But don't worry, Wayne's in a different seat, so you know it's Wednesday.
Yes, we moved them around because the guest of honor today is her birthday.
All right, Jay, let us know when you're popping over, and we will get you and Barbara a to-go bag.
Okay, it will be probably sometime later today.
You got it. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. Jay, thank you so much. We do miss you. Send our
Okay,
love and our
thank
best
you.
to Barbara. We'll
Yes,
see
and
you a little
Barbara.
later. Take a commercial break. When we come back, we got to talk to Amy because she's got a lot going on over in North Carolina.
I didn't know that Amy was into the penile gland cluster stuff.
She's very
She knows it.
meditative.
She knows about
and-
meditation.
Yes.
I didn't know
We
that.
got to
I
find out.
do acupuncture now, too.
You
Do
do
you-
acupuncture too? It's
Look
not
how
him,
calm
is
she
it?
is.
It's not Gubba that's doing it, right?
No.
Because he's looking at me, he's looking at his hands.
That's voodoo. That's something different.
And on that note, we're going to take a commercial break. Give us a call at the radio station, 888-565-1470. Say hi to Ryan, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages.
Something with her bone marrow.
The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the
We haven't
U.S.
seen him in weeks.
From our
and she was going
award-winning
down to
spirits
do
of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh.
I know, so they don't go anywhere.
Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor
Our
store.
mics are on, guys. You got to
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Let's hook up the wine master over there, maybe to put his the bottle.
Let's give Ronnie a bottle of, Ronnie has a bottle. And Cole, can you give me that purple bottle of wine, please? Because we got a lot for Amy to talk about, but we got to check in with Amy over here because it has been a little while since we've seen you. What's happening in North Carolina in the world of Amy?
To sort of live full-time out of North Carolina and just come back and rent and travel and do my show, I hope. Yeah, I'm trying to get it all organized and working on a big project, hopefully with you guys, that'll continue us on as a nice team. And I'm really enjoying the change in my life up there. I'm very connected to anything in the art business up there, visual museums, the Appalachian University, I never say it's Appalachian, I never get it right, and all the different programs there, the music, art, communication, everything. I've got my foot in every door. I'm putting 4 paintings in the Rosen Concert Hall, which is the music school, in their lobby, and that should be going in like maybe next couple of weeks. And I'm just like I had somebody that I met that sort of walked me through the doors, and it's an incredible experience. I mean, I know that as you get older, you're supposed to slow down, but I think I'm speeding up.
I agree.
Yeah, so as long as I have people around me that can make things happen, then it'll get done.
And listen, Tom Brady didn't win 6 of his rings until after the age of 35.
Well, that then gives me time now.
Exactly. You're almost there.
You get smarter. And then you're hanging out with this guy.
Oh, well, that's Gubba trouble.
Yeah, and me and Tom Brady and I will
talking to your microphone.
We're like, oh yeah,
See,
right.
you can't find it.
Tom Brady and I will like this, so it's the same, Yeah. Amy and you guys, great team. There you go.
Well, we're looking forward to doing this big project with you. It's really exciting, and you have met some spectacular people. And what's so nice about everyone that you've met there is no one questions.
Nope.
No one says why, how. They say,
okay, let's work on it. Yeah.
Every single woman, and I say women because I've only met women through you on this group, they all say, okay, Amy, whatever you want to do. What's that feel like?
It's like surreal, really, because I didn't realize I had that aura of whatever is around me, because it just keeps going. It's positive, and it flows, and I never know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but it gets done.
Yeah, but your paintings are outstanding. You've been doing it for how many years?
20.
20. Everybody knows you, at least in Boca. Now they're going to know you up there.
I'm selling paintings out of my house up there.
I can imagine.
I put it on the wall. My neighbor wants it. This one wants it. So it's kind of fun. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Amy came with us when we had that all upheaval of Freddie pulled cards. And Amy and Jay, they joined us here and all of her artwork. And I have to say, I'm very happy to have some of your big pieces back because I have missed them. We've all missed them.
Right. And you still have a lot up there.
We've got a lot up there. And you have your glass pieces and so many great things that you're doing. But this new project is even bigger.
It's much bigger.
This is an idea of taking this studio and building a second one in North Carolina. That's right. Through our internship program and everything.
Right.
So that's going to be so spectacular. It's going to take a lot of boots on the ground, as they say.
Right.
But that's what's so incredible about the people that you've met there. They all say, okay, when can we do this? When can we go?
They're
What's
very
next?
excited. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it'll do a lot for the university and major stuff for the Tertiary Museum, which is a beautiful museum. They have artists from all over the country, and they go in like 4 to 5 months at a time, and they sell in the museum, which is wonderful.
And you're going to be taking Mr. Gubba with you as well, right here?
Are you going in my back pocket?
To the Carolinas?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Amy is wonderful. She's helping me in North Carolina, and
I've been trying.
She's doing a great job, and we hope that early in the summer, or perhaps before, we might be selling Gubba Rum in North Carolina.
That would be incredible because I have a lot of fans up there already.
It'll be a whole lot easier than everyone going to Amy's house for
That's
a drink
true.
at night.
Yeah, Amy's selling more than just her paintings out of her house, sounds like.
Yeah, I'm a Gubba Gubba.
It comes with a bottle of Gubba on the bag, and it's just have to pour it out.
Yeah, paintings and rum. Amy Reshefsky, right?
You know, you never know how networking comes out of our studio, right?
You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, I've met so many people
But
through
a
the
lot
studio.
of it's through the relationships that you meet here. And people always say to us, what's my ROI? I don't see converting on the numbers on the board. It's not that. And when we say it's not that, and Wayne will attest to it also, it's who you meet here and how you actually work your business.
Right.
Because we were more than happy to introduce you to everybody, but we can't work everyone's business.
We ran into a snowstorm for the last 3 years on the virus, so it made it very difficult to do what we do, but we found ways around it. And I think it's going to pay off. I think this is going to be a great year. Now, I shouldn't say that because I thought last year
It's a great year for you.
it was going to turn around. It's
Everyone
Freddie's
has
year,
said it's going to
yes.
be a great year for you.
Yes, it is. So if you want, you could.
Can I rub your arm?
You can rub my arm.
Like a magic
little
lamp?
But I tell you, I see opportunities everywhere, you know, and I've always believed in Amy. I mean, we've talked about different things, trying different things, and I promised you we were going to do the basil thing here in Boca, and I'm going to keep my word. Now, that may require you to fly in.
That's
because
fine.
The queen is now.
Yeah, they'll have the
land
carpet
is-
and everything. Yeah.
I'm hoping. You'll be here.
I'll be here. I'm not leaving. Why wouldn't I be here?
He's still here. 'Cause you got another snowstorm coming into the northeast.
Yeah, that's a shame, huh?
I know.
I
Right the
feel
day you leave.
I feel bad for
It's called Francine, and Francine, I
Yeah.
think, pays the weather service to
I'm
say,
gonna-
keep
I'm-
Steve in
I
Florida.
just have to call her to make sure she's awake and can shovel the sidewalk.
Do you know it's the day you're leaving? Next Thursday is going to hit.
I'm sorry, say that again?
It's the day you're leaving to Boston, you're leaving to the Carolinas, right?
I'm not
Snowstorm,
leaving.
4 feet.
Do you have a dog?
Do I have a dog?
Yes.
No, I don't.
So Francine really does not have to shovel the sidewalk then?
Ultimately, if she wants me to come back to the house, she better shovel the sidewalk. 'cause
No,
I'm
she
not
wants you to
walking
live at the
through
airport.
snow.
She's going to wait for it to melt.
Yeah, I would
It's a
just-
warm winter.
Yeah,
warm
last
April.
night I was thinking, gee, maybe she would just pull into instead of pulling up to the terminal, she'd pull into the parking garage, walk across the bridge to personally greet me.
Oh, yeah.
So I can go right back to the car and not have to deal with any slush on the ground.
How many years you been married?
A few.
Yeah, no.
and then the alarm clock rings and you wake up out of this wonderful dream app.
Yeah, well, it's a dream. Or a nightmare. It's when you say how many years have you been married? Now, are you talking total grand totals, mediocre, good, bad? What are
No,
you
the
talking?
total.
She didn't say good years.
I didn't
she
say
says how
good
many
years.
Good year. It's like a tire. It's a circular. You know,
The treads wear down, you
everything goes
replace
around.
them, you get some new ones.
Everything goes around. We have been married. This is now. We are just beginning the year 46. Steve Gubb held hostage.
Oh.
It's like
this consecutively.
It's like Ted Koppel on ABC News used
Between
to
the
do.
two of you, you got 96 years
You
going
guys are
there.
a century married. Do you
I had
know
one
that?
more year I lived with them, so and that was back before anybody.
like 51.
Yeah, so I got 51 on
So
them.
how many you got living with her?
Oh, that's none of your damn business.
He got about 75.
I will tell you one thing. When we went to her parents, to tell them that we would like to get married, and they said, "Wonderful, we're so happy for you." And we say, "And we're going to live together until we get married." They said, "Oh no."
I
Well, that's what
that was it.
Well, that's happened to me.
Oh no.
But why would you guys say that? You don't say
Why?
it. What do you
Because
do?
when you-
We were
when-
young.
Do it. And they come and go, are you living together? No.
Yeah, once upon a time, I was in my very early 20s, and I was pretty stupid, as opposed to my level
That's why
of
you make
stupidity
rum.
now.
That's why you make rum now.
That could be.
It's a whole lot of fun.
We were supposed to get married in June, and November, we were so nervous about our parents finding out that we were living together. We called them up and we said, we're getting married January 30th. And everybody went crazy because, first of all, I was 19 years old, and everybody thought I was pregnant.
You
Fooled
got married
them.
at 19?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Me
And you're
too.
still
And she's
married.
still married to the same man.
Yeah, you know why? Because he traveled a lot.
Oh, that works.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Where have I
Ronnie,
heard
they're all
that?
laughing, yes.
That
Wait a
works.
minute.
You don't have to see it but once a year. Good plan.
I've heard of that scheme before. The husband travels a lot.
Yes, it's called the Amy scheme.
Is that what that is? I didn't know it had a name.
Well, look, now it's Amy's time to flourish. And
Why
she's
not?
bringing
And why
us all
not?
with her.
And why not?
The beautiful thing about Amy is she's in North Carolina. She's got a great new network of women in North Carolina. She's bringing you to North Carolina, and she hasn't met Ronnie yet, but soon we're going to bring Ronnie's wine to North Carolina through the art and inspiration of Amy Reshefsky.
Can't wait to hear about that one.
And Wayne,
This is the birthday girl, right?
Wayne's going to be wherever
Yes.
Wayne is.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wayne is everywhere. Wayne is like that fungus that grows on your toes, and it goes to everybody in the room.
Well, he hangs out in reefs.
What?
And on that cheerful note, let's take a commercial break. When
No.
we come back, more with Amy's birthday. We're going to talk to Wayne, and we're going to share this amazing wine, Sonar
I should
Wine.
have said mayo, right? Not
Mayo?
wine. Yeah, instead of fungus, mayo.
Yeah, Sonar
Butter.
Wines America, infused with energy and healing frequency.
This
all
is-
kinds of frequency.
You want to get your pens and papers for this next set. This is
So,
unbelievable.
Stay tuned. Amy's actually ready for more. 888-565-1470, and we'll be right back.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Justin Mooney is special counsel of the Florida office of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Amy Reshefsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshefsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshefsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshefsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshefsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshefsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donut. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our Design Your Own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Have you been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or through the negligence of another? The lawyers at Shane M. Farnsworth, PA have over 40 years of combined experience representing injured individuals and their families. Call us today at 561-272-8337 for a free case evaluation and the answers to your legal questions. Were you injured in an accident that wasn't your fault? Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Contact us now to learn about your options and to protect your rights.
Here at the Brooklyn Cafe, our subjects range from hot topics, feel-good stories, and back-in-the-day nostalgia. With guest personalities and business features, you just never know who you'll see on the show. With our brew crew on set, we always air live to inspire, educate, and create. Make it a date and have a day at the cafe. Join Dawn and Freddie every weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. and for lunch every weekday from 12 to 2. Amplify your voice. Call us at 866-224-5422 or visit our website at brooklyncafe.tv.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You know, nothing like it, but we need more tables. I don't fit here.
We need another table.
I had another one, but it's over there with the rock and sock and robots. I don't know why the robots are all sitting with the whole table.
Because when you get surrounded by your things, you're like in the womb and you don't get up.
Anyway, so Wayne, how you doing?
Speaking of wombs.
Good.
Speaking of wombs.
Wow.
Welcome to Amy.
We're good. We're busy, but in a good way.
Pre-need, pre-planning?
We're pre-arranging. So with the new year, New Year's resolutions, a lot of people have gone ahead and got things in place, which we like to help people do. So we encourage everybody always to consider putting your pre-arrangements in place years or decades in advance is the ideal. We can lock in today's price, avoid future cost inflation. You get to decide what happens, and you alleviate stress for your family in the future. With Dignity Memorial, we've got over 2,800 locations throughout our network. So once you have your plan in place, it's locked and also transferable in the future to any of our other locations throughout our network. So it is future-proof. So just encourage you, don't put it off. We get a lot of calls from people saying, you know, my spouse or my parent is not well. We don't expect them to survive much longer. We want to put things in place before they actually pass away. We can do that. We do a lot of it. We have a lot of calls where someone's actually passed away. We, of course, can help in that situation as well. What we say, though, is it's the most expensive and most stressful way to do it. So we're just saying, please, if you care for your family, if you want to make that horrible day a bit easier, then you can do these things for yourselves ahead of time. If you do have an aging parent who won't have the conversation with you, won't put things in place, and you know it's going to be your responsibility, we always say you can put those things in place for your parent ahead of time or your spouse, just to alleviate your own stress and expense, and put those things in place for your loved one as well. But we just encourage everyone. We know 100% everybody's going to need this sooner or later, hopefully later, but you never know. So it's good as part of a wider estate plan. Hopefully you've got a will and other things in place as well. You're planning for the inevitable. This should be a part of that where you know, you don't only decide maybe what funeral home your family is going to use, but actually put the things in place, fund that. Again, we can do various payment plans to put those things in place and make it easier. So anyone listening, Brooklyn Cafe have joined the Dignity Memorial Benefit Program. So anyone, any staff or listeners, viewers, have access to a guaranteed 10% discount at any Dignity Memorial location for a funeral plan, a cremation plan, or cemetery space, or Neptune Memorial Reef. So we're happy to go through the options with you. just encourage everyone to put those things in place.
I was talking to one of your heirs this week. You.
One of my heirs?
One of your heirs who told me that they put their plan in place with Wayne, and they're waiting for you to take care of the other things for them.
He said, "You better go see Wayne."
He says, "No, I'm waiting for Dad to take care of that one." Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wait, what the hell did you create? A monster?
Wayne's laughing. The other day we're watching, I don't know what I was watching, there was a big Dove release. And Chuck looks at me and he says, "So, is that part of your Dignity plan, is the Dove release?"
Nope.
And I look at him, I go, "Actually, I'm having a butterfly release."
Yeah.
Because I really wanted both. And the doves and the butterflies don't play so well in a small space, so I went for the butterflies. And that was like a mic drop moment, because I think he said it in jest and not realizing that I had really put this in place.
Yep.
And pin, as you say, something in church, pin drop. And that
Pin
was
drop.
that.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. But Wayne will take care of everything. And yes, being a viewer or a listener through WNN or the Brooklyn Cafe Show, because we are an affiliate with WNN, you do receive at least a 10% discount by just calling Wayne and saying, "I heard this on WNN and the Brooklyn Cafe Show."
Even you, Gubba.
Even me. Wayne.
You get
Wayne
10%
is like
because I know
is
you.
like.
So
I don't want to say vulture, circling about my head at
No, not at
10,000
all.
feet.
Like he's like your conscience.
He's watching. He's always there. He's watching.
He's like
He's
a
like
condor.
he's like the eye in the sky. He's like the traffic helicopter, waiting and hovering.
No, a big part of my job is to help people stop procrastinating, like
Yes,
you.
and he's right. You are really good at that, I have to say.
Remember what Woody Allen said? Dying, I don't know. It's been done. Forget it.
It would be the guilt of it, but Wayne he makes it very, very easy, but he will definitely keep you accountable to finishing up your plans. There is no doubt about it.
My heirs, huh? No wonder why they were circling here yesterday. Is that what it is? They're like vultures.
I thought they were vultures. I
That's
mean,
my
I thought
son.
they were always vultures. I don't
And
know
he's
why.
supposed to be here any minute. I'm going to say right to his face, "You're a vulture, you."
He's like, "I took care of this, but oh, not this, because I need my father to take
He
care of
took
that."
care of what?
Well, it's not my place to say.
Wayne, do you have something
my
with my
story to tell.
sons that I don't know about?
I
No.
told you.
He told you. You know what it is.
Better be careful when you start your car.
Wait a minute. You told me what they wanted to do.
They haven't done
Yeah,
it yet.
for
They're
that
waiting for
part,
you to.
but they
They
took
want you to
care
pay
of-
Now
for it.
they want me to do it.
They want you to buy it. They want you to pay for it.
Oh, so do I give it to you to send to them? Talk to my manager.
Let's talk after.
He decided. So your son decided. I guess if he was through me, the message would get received by
that what
you.
it is?
So I think he's trying this game of telephone. I don't know.
You know, Ronnie, I've been coaching my son Freddie since he was 5. Football, baseball, college, the whole nine. And the one thing that I've learned about my son is he's a wise guy. So he goes and we're having Sunday dinner. And he says, "I met with Wayne." So I said, "Who's Wayne?" He tells me. He says, "Yeah, we're cremating you." So the whole room goes silent because everybody knows Freddie don't get cremated. I says, "You're what?" "We're cremating you." And he gives me the guy's number. So I call him. I says, "You don't listen to anything my son says." And that's how I got to meet Wayne. My son is very clever. So there's got to be an angle here with you.
Oh, I'm sure there's an
and-
angle. There is no doubt there's an angle. But
I'm
we'll
going to
talk
move to Boston.
a very wise choice, because I didn't even know I was being played by your son.
He played you.
where he knew that if he put together a cremation plan for you, that you would step in and do something
Very
else.
smart. Him
that's
and
what
his
happened.
brother cooked this thing up. So I called Gio.
Oh.
Yes, they are in cahoots.
They're
I have
in
to tell you.
cahoots. They
Yes,
talk.
they do talk more than you realize.
But man, do I got a plan waiting for them.
All right, so before we wrap up today's show, we've got about 10 more minutes. I want to talk to Ronnie DeChico, otherwise known as some call him Chico, of Sonar Wines America. And Amy, as we're texting you yesterday, Ronnie was here with Faith. We had the opportunity to try all of the 3 bottles. Not try, but
I've heard
finish,
that.
I should say. What? I know. 3, 4. Anyway, we need to talk to Ronnie because he is, I guess you're in the process of distributing this in North Carolina as well?
Yeah, so one of the artists that's on a bottle with the Sangiovese is a flamenco guitar player out of North Carolina. I'll have to find out exactly where. But part of what we do as individual artists is, so when we bring somebody on board like myself or like Alex Cordes, as we network through their network and get their bottles placed and distributed in places where they could play or promote or sell and network, et cetera. So Alex plays at a few restaurants in the North Carolina, and again, I'll have to find out exactly where, but I think we're sending 2 pallets down to be distributed in a couple of the restaurants there. So
That's pretty interesting because you don't have to go through the ABC, huh?
not if you sell directly to, but we have distributors will then set that up through the state.
Okay.
If it's a closed state.
Uh-huh.
'Cause some
Yeah.
states are open, some states are closed, but there's also counties inside the state
Right.
that have different legislation. So
Yeah, true.
like in
Okay.
Maryland, there's some counties that are open even though the state's controlled.
Yeah.
But the amazing thing about the wine is that there's a code on here where you play the music and you drink the wine. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Ron?
Yes, sir. So Sonar Wines is based upon sonar, sound waves. We make wine from music.
Unbelievable.
On a quantum physics level, you're drinking the music. And here's how. So frequencies can penetrate or morph into other frequencies. Everything is vibrating at a certain rate of speed to give it its mass, density, color, weight, taste, everything. Everything in the universe is made up of energy, and it's vibrating at a certain speed. Our music starts with less sugar than we normally would use to activate the yeast for the fermentation process. Notice I'm talking with my hand now. I'm
He's
free.
learned to actually talk with one hand and hold the mic with the other.
I'm Italian. Yesterday I had a problem. I couldn't
good
talk.
training.
I had two things in my hands I couldn't talk. So that's the sonication process. And depending upon how long and how loud we play the music, or if it's just a solo frequency. So for instance, we have a bottle called 396 hertz, which is based on the root chakra and the ancient solfeggio tone of the universe. We can dictate plus or minus the final varietal that comes out.
Now, before you ask him, I want to play this because Alana spent time doing this. The kids put together a little intro for
Sonar Wine.
Sonar Wine. So why don't we play that? You can cue it up.
Make sure your audio's on.
Make sure you have the audio on. Let's play
Your
that.
A-bus.
Because they're looking at me.
This portion of today's show is brought to you by Sonar Wines America. Wines made with music.
Very cool.
And it's really cool that I had somebody show me a sand board today. Tracy came in.
Mm-hmm.
And on the sand, it's all smeared, right? And they have numbers of frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes these designs. And it stays intact. It's not like it jumps around like, you know, the football games where the guys are
Right, it's not just messy sand. It actually forms different patterns based on different megahertz of the sound, the different frequencies. You can
Sure.
see the different patterns that the sand forms.
So that made it official that this has to work because I'm looking at it. So they show you, they put the sand in different frequencies of making different patterns. And they stay constant. You would think that if you play it long enough and they have a clock, it stays constant. So that's what goes on with this stuff, with the wines. And I just wanted him to meet you because this would be a nice piece. I was asking how we could do it artists. How do we get painters and stuff involved in this?
Yeah, well, my question was whenever he mentioned the paint, and I said, because I had a concussion last year, and I started hearing music in color.
Wow.
Not by closing my eyes, just for some reason that part of my brain must have been activated. Because when you have a concussion, it's inflammation, so it just,
Yeah.
the
pushes.
neural pathways find a different way to send the traffic somewhere. And I asked my doctor, he couldn't tell me anything, but I knew what I was hearing and seeing. And I said to them yesterday, I wonder what an artist would do if I gave them a song and said, show me what that song would look like. Right? Because now you're painting a song
Right.
on a canvas. You're not painting just a color or a design
More of a
or a
rhythm.
geographic, you know, like a circle or a square, whatever. You're painting another dimension, right? Because we don't see sound. But that way, you would see sound. You would show people what that looks like. So that's how the conversation started. A little deep, but
Yeah. Cool.
And
You mentioned something about just things are starting to open up for you, whatever. Well, that's the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
That's because you're on a rate of vibration with other things that are connecting with the same rate of vibration.
Right.
With the help of some Gubba. But you know what, Steve, whatever works.
Whatever works.
Very cool. Wow.
Would you do it? Would you be willing to try it?
Sure.
There you go.
I think I'm fascinated by it. And it's funny because I didn't even know Tracy was coming here today. She did. I didn't know she was coming here. And the whole conversation was about the 4 hours we sat here and talked about how this stuff works. And she ended the conversation by showing me the soundboard. And I'm sitting there going,
and she said, I'll be
I wish
back.
you were there because I know I'm looking at you.
What?
This vibration thing, even Gubba has a vibration.
Of course. Everything has energy. Everything has a vibration.
And when people feel good about drinking it, like Amy, there's a certain vibration of people that relates to the product.
The question was, and we only have a couple minutes, your wines are made in Austria and Italy. Are they somewhat organic?
That's a good question. I don't want to specifically say yes. I don't know that process technically, but I could easily find out.
That would be great because she's having a 5-year anniversary party.
Yeah.
She loves the frequency. She loves the red chakra, the root, the arpeggio.
Solveggio.
Solveggio. Loves it, but she likes a little holistic. So she says she's thinking they're a little organic. So that answer would help solidify that also.
Absolutely.
Yes,
No.
what were you going to say?
Nothing.
No, I want to hear it.
No.
Me too.
We all want to hear.
Inquiring minds
What about
want.
Amy?
You know.
So I'm trying to. What happens with the bottle? Take me through the bottle situation here. How does the music work?
I rather show you. I think we have a bottle left.
Yeah, if you scan the
bottle with
QR
wine
code
in
that's
it?
on the bottle,
I don't
it'll
know.
play the song that we used
I see.
to
We
have
sonicate.
empty
We
bottles.
actually put speakers in the tanks,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And then that you can actually hear inside the tanks. He looks like he's a non-believer, but
No, not at all. No, not at all.
Now I got to tell you.
oh no,
I actually have seen something similar before. 3 or 4 years ago, somebody presented to a distributor I was working with. You put a QR code on the bottle, you scan something on the bottle, and you get a whole video story.
Oh
of
yeah.
the product.
So there's a company called 19 Crimes as well,
Oh, yeah, right,
and they have the virtual reality and the technology in front where you put the phone up and then the person talks to you and they have different things. Yeah. So and there's other people that are doing a sonication process, but they're not doing it the way we're doing it. I'm not saying that ours is better than anybody else or we're the only, number one on the planet. But there's a difference, and you can go back to a lot of different studies where, you talk to plants in a very happy way and your plants grow, right? Or different things. The famous water experiment by the, I believe he was Japanese scientist, where they did positive affirmations over a bowl of water, and then they did negative affirmations over a bowl of water, and they actually took pictures, and under a microscope you can see how the molecules change, given the energy or the rate of vibration that you're throwing at those
Ronnie,
things.
hold that thought because we got to say goodbye to our
We
radio.
can
fans.
get.
Oh, okay.
You can
But
buy
I'm
your
gonna give
wine.
you-
SonarWinesAmerica.com.
That's how you get it. And I'm going to give you a story because exactly what you asked happened to me yesterday until I had this. And I'll explain it to you on the other
next
side.
hour.
On the next time, I'm going to tell you, it freaked me out.
All right, so all of you that are listening on WNN, thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday Groundhog Day. Those of you that are staying with us on our streaming platform, we've got another hour in store for you. It's time to light the cake, have some lunch, and welcome Reba joining us, Reba Larney. So we're going to talk about Boca, Delray magazines, and getting the word out.
A lot of stuff.
Stay tuned. Have a great afternoon, everyone, and we'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Bye-bye.
Well, that wraps up our brunch out. But don't go away. Stay tuned for more laughs and cheers on Facebook or YouTube or any other social media platform at the Brooklyn.
Yo, this is Shelly Michelle and the Fire. Yo, this is Shelly Michelle and the Fire. We're going to nice up the world.
Read more a la musica. Do you feel the rhythm?
la quimba, la cumba, la que la quimba, mamá.
Do you feel?
Pues la señorita.
Feel the rhythm on your feet now. Do you know? Music unites the world together. Do you want to mueve tu cuerpo? Come, let's go. Move your body to the beat of the rhythm.
Ven, señorita, ven, mamacita.
Ritmo a la música.
Ven, mamacita, ven, mamacita.
Baila, baila el ritmo.
Tú sabes la que la
Let's move your body, move it.
Los cueros, ahí me condenan.
Move your body, groove it.
Bendón, bendón.
Move your body, move
Ven,
it.
señorita, ven, mamacita.
Shake your hips to the music.
Bendón, bendón.
Jamming together.
Bendón, bendón.
Feeling the fever.
Bendón, bendón.
Hips just a moving.
Bendón, bendón.
One love forever.
Bendón, bendón.
Baila el rhythm. Jamming together.
Bendón, bendón.
One love together.
Bendón, bendón.
Jamming together.
Bendón, bendón, bendón.
Come on, everybody, we're feeling fine. Come on, everybody, let's move in time. Groove to the rhythm with the ever beat. Groove to the rhythm, let's move your feet.
Actívate, mamita, que la vaina sí está buena. 1, 2, 3, suelta la cadera en Panamá, Trinidad y hasta Venezuela. Cuando te ven bailando y sálvese quien pueda, señorita. La pista está candela. Los cueros, los cueros, los cueros, ahí me condenan. Ven, señorita, ven, mamacita. Bendón, bendón, bendón. Que venga todo el mundo que esté pa' gozar. Con Dulce y Shelly vamos a bailar. Un paso para adelante y otro para atrás. Con la quimbala, cumbala, esto va a explotar.
Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. All fire. Let's move your body, move
Los cueros, ahí me condenan.
Move your body, groove it.
Bendón, bendón.
Move your body, move
Ven,
it.
señorita, ven, mamacita.
Shake your hips to the music.
Bendón, bendón.
Jamming together.
Bendón, bendón.
Feeling the fever.
Bendón, bendón.
Hips just a moving.
Bendón, bendón.
One love forever.
Bendón, bendón.
Baila el rhythm. Jamming together.
Bendón, bendón.
One love together.
Bendón, bendón.
Jamming together. Baila
Yo,
el rhythm.
this is Shelly Sushel. And Dulce again. And Dulce again.
Sweet shirts.
There you go.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. Over there in that white sofa.
You never know what happens on commercial break. So we've had some cake, everyone, to enjoy for Amy's birthday. We've got a little bit of lunch. It's a small little part. Our parties are getting more intimate, but it's all good. You're thinking as we get going?
I'm watching, because I always watch Gubba. 'Cause I
Well,
never
he's
know
good.
What he's up to.
Steve's hanging. Steve has an office in Studio B. You want some cake to go?
Take some cake.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Take. We got a whole cake.
Go ahead, just take a piece right
We had to do,
there.
like, what kind of cake would you design for an artist? So I tried to make it as festive as
That is
possible.
very festive.
Right? I had to go festive style.
Are you going to have some cake there, Gubba?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, help yourself.
I'm gonna.
Or you want to?
You and I, we can have a slice of the diabetic cake.
Yeah, look at it.
I didn't walk 2 miles last night and 2 miles this morning, so that I could spike my blood sugar again. What are you crazy?
You worked out yesterday and this morning?
That's
late
impressive.
at night, I did 2 hours. I did 2 hours. I did 2 miles.
How long does that take you?
50 minutes.
That's pretty nice.
I'm not exactly running a race, but
That's great.
and I did it
You know
again.
what, give water.
I woke up at 6, and I couldn't fall back
Yeah,
to
I had
sleep.
a
So I
bottle
said,
like
"Okay,
in the car.
go do it." So I did it.
That's fantastic.
And you look like you look better than I've ever known you in the last 4 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you.
You look better now than I first met you because you're working it, you know.
I looked okay when I was healthy back then.
No, you weren't. You
Oh,
used to
okay.
cough all the time.
Thanks, Doc.
You used to cough all the time. I used to say, "What's wrong with you?"
Well, I stopped smoking, you know.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I quit cut way
50 years
back.
of marriage.
Steve Gubba of Gubba Rum. And it's so nice. We've got Reba Larney joining us. And I love Reba because she asks questions. Because you forget who knows and who doesn't know people. She says, so tell me who's here. Tell me, oh, you know who didn't come back? Those kids from last week.
They didn't.
I'm just sitting here thinking
Well, what did I tell you?
that those kids didn't come back.
Well, what did I tell
Talking
you?
to you.
You said they wouldn't.
I told you. You see, in this business, somebody came in, and in the past it was called Juice, the program. I know the program because I sold it. I said to him, if you come Monday, I will buy whatever they were selling. And she was here, and they didn't show up.
I am so shocked that they didn't come back.
Now,
So
I would have
shocked.
put them on the air. I would have put them on radio. I would have gave them a whole tour with this thing and go a different way. And they didn't show up.
They did not show up.
I even said to them, I said, you hit the jackpot today. You better come back.
See, but Reba sees opportunity where other people see nothing.
Well, that's what I love about Reba. We've known Reba, so we met Reba back at our other studio. So Amy and Reba, I don't know if you have ever officially met, but you get to re-officially meet.
Yes, we did. We figured out we did meet.
From the other studio, and you were at another job capacity. So when you came in last week, I love that you started asking these guys questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's what I guess you do. It's the nature of who you are.
Exactly. That's ask my kids. They are very annoyed by my little habit of asking a million questions. They used to always say, "Mom, when we come to when we're at Dad's house and we say we're going somewhere, Dad just says have a good time. But when we're at your house, it's 40 questions." So that's just who I am.
I
I'm
love that.
curious. I'm inquisitive.
So she wants to learn all about you, Steve Gubb, and you get to sit next to Ronnie and learn about his wines.
Hello.
And
Nice
Amy,
to
you
meet you.
know.
Nice to meet you,
but
too.
I just want to grab this magazine. Tracy happened to pop in this morning. We haven't seen Tracy in a little while. So she popped in and she showed me her ad that is in the Boca magazine, bocamag.com. And I know I saw her article. I did not know she had an ad in here either. It's beautiful.
Oh, yes. Tracy was in this morning?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed
She
her.
may be coming back to bring up the salt booth. Since we
Oh,
never
she's
get to her, she's going to bring her to us.
So we're going to put Tracy's...
We're going to put a salt booth back here also.
There's
because
going to be
we've
a
got
salt
plenty of
booth
room.
right
Healing
behind
Moments
you.
is a magical place. I've been
salt
there.
room.
I've
Salt room?
experienced it.
A
Her
salt room right behind
services,
you.
amazing.
So she is great, and tell everyone what Boca Magazine is and Delray Mag.
Absolutely. I brought actually all of the magazines that we produce here today. We produce, of course, Boca Magazine and Del Rey Magazine. Is this the right camera?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. We also produce the exclusive magazine for the Boca Raton, formerly the Boca Resort and Beach Club. We produce the annual chamber directory for the
Sweet.
Boca Chamber of Commerce. And we produce Worth Avenue magazine. So we are a publishing house. We have more than just one magazine, but of course, let's focus on beautiful Boca Raton for a moment. 42 years in publication, so we know a little bit about what's going on in the community after 42 years. We highlight the people, the places, the things to do. We do keep it very local, not like some magazines where they buy stories about, actors and actresses and so on and so forth. We actually do try to keep all of our content very local. We might write about the Keys or, a little further north, Stewart and Jupiter and things like that. But we really do try to keep the stories very local, the content very local. We have a whole writing team, writing staff. Our editor Marie Speed has been with the magazine for 30 years. Again, she's pretty well known in the community as well. So we keep up with all of the charitable events. We work extensively with nonprofits as their media sponsors oftentimes. And we have an events division as well. I don't think a lot of people don't know this, but Boca Magazine created the Savor the Avenue event many years ago, the one where they shut down Atlantic Avenue, and it's the world's longest table, and the restaurants participate, and it's a contest for the most beautiful table and, of course, the delicious food. We also do an event called Mixology every year, which is a craft spirit and food pairing. Last year, we did it at the brand new Delray Beach Market, which is one of the largest food halls on the East Coast that opened in Delray Beach. So on top of all of that, we have a huge digital offering as well between our website and our weekly e-newsletter, The Scoop. We have a lot of opportunities for digital as well. So that's a little bit about us.
Arts and entertainment?
Arts and entertainment, certainly. We're not the typical newspaper where you can submit stories like that, but certainly there's relationship opportunities, whether it be on the advertising side or if the editor and writers deem your business to be interesting, noteworthy, and so forth, they will reach out to do editorial from time to time. So lots of opportunities.
It's so great. Great to see people that we've interviewed. This is your beauty, health, and wellness issue, the section in here. So many people that we had the pleasure of interviewing over the past couple of years. And Tracy's ad is amazing.
Yeah, we do a lot of special sections so that we can really hone in on those people in our community doing amazing things. We have, we just finished the March issues, which are not out yet. Best of Women in Business. Last month for February in this issue is Ask the Experts. Next month for April, we're highlighting the top doctors in the region. And then we do a huge special section that's a combination Boca Chamber, Boca Magazine, Delray Magazine called 561 Faces, and that's in the November-December issues. These are advertorials. They're special sections that anyone can participate in. So yeah, look for those special sections and for the faces that you didn't know about. Maybe you knew the business but not the face. You can find the face in our magazine.
That's awesome. What do you find most fascinating about doing this? It's a little bit different than what you used to do.
Yeah, I mean, fascinating, just the people I meet. I mean, I just love meeting people, and no matter where I've been in terms of, the role I've played, one of my favorite things is meeting new people and getting to know new people. People have such interesting stories, and if you dig slightly below the surface, it's very common to just go up to say, hi, how are you? What do you do? And and then you move on. But really, when you get into a deeper conversation with people have so many wonderful things to share, and I love that. I love to hear people's stories.
It's interesting because the Delray cover, the surfer you have on there, happens to be friends with Cole, our new producer.
You're kidding.
And we're bringing him in.
He's going to take him to have him sign it, which is pretty cool.
He took us to have him sign it.
How amazing. Yeah,
I mean, it's a small world.
Delray issue of February issue is dedicated to the surfing history of Delray Beach, which is extensive. So you can read all about that in the Delray magazine. So Boca Magazine, of course, focuses on the greater Boca Raton area with some overlap into Delray. And then Delray Magazine, which is in publication for almost 11 years now. As Delray started to grow, Delray needed their own magazine. So that magazine is focused more on Delray Beach, but also has some bleed over in terms of audience into Boca and Boynton. So both magazines very relevant for our area.
It's so interesting because Boca and Delray bordering each other, but yet they're so different.
Different.
Then you look at Deerfield, such different communities that are so closely tied in with one another.
Yes. So
Amy
different.
shaking her head, yes.
So different.
Right, and whether you're east or you're west or central in all of these communities, again, different.
So different, yes, I agree.
Different demographics. And Boca is a subscription magazine.
Yes, so Boca Magazine is subscription-based. 75% of our readers receive the magazine in their home, and they've paid for it. And then the rest of the magazines have strategic distribution, hotels, doctors' offices, all the cultural centers, Many of the nonprofits carry them. You're going to find them like at the Boca Raton Museum. You're going to find them at the Boca Raton Historical Society. You're going to also, you can purchase them as well. They're on newsstands for sale in the in Publix, airports, all 3 of the airports, Whole Foods, and so a much different kind of distribution model for Boca Magazine. Del Rey Magazine, we do mail about 10% of our print magazines. We print 14,000 in Del Rey. We print 21,000 of Boca and Boca. So we have plus we have thousands of readers online. And I think really what pushed that along and made that grow so much is the pandemic. People weren't at one point receiving paper magazines. They had cut off paper early on in the pandemic, and you know, the doctor's offices and dentist office that normally would really look forward to our magazines, for example, weren't taking them because they didn't know how it was spread. So it pushed more and more people to read our magazine online. We push the magazine out every Wednesday when we do the Scoop newsletter. So, you know, people are clicking on it and they're literally reading it online page by page in an app called Issue. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So many great new things. So we're excited to be working with you and the magazines. We're figuring out placement, but we're going to get that taken care of. For the, I guess, April issue or June, I don't know, because things have to be in a little early, so whatever issue we'll figure out.
We can make it happen for April.
All right, which will be fantastic. Bring everyone along with us in this issue.
Yeah, that would be
right.
wonderful.
I feel like we just bring the collective.
Well, it's nice to see that Tracy pointed out to us because she saw him on the table and then she showed it to us, and it's been successful for her in the Boca piece. So let's see what happens.
The relationships are good. Amy, you had advertised in a magazine. I guess the different artists had put something together. I don't remember what magazine or when.
And that was Atlantic.
Oh, the Atlantic. Okay.
Yeah, we did a lot of that because of the gallery.
That I remember.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting things. So you inspired by the wine, by Gubba?
Oh yeah, I'm inspired.
I wanted to finish Ronnie's story
Yeah.
with Steve because yesterday we were doing the wine test, right? And there were 3 bottles and each one plays its own music. And you drink it and you see how you feel. So the first one was good, the wine was good. The second one, which was this one hit me. Now it wasn't because I was drinking bottle after bottle. I had half a glass or a glass. But this one, something happened. Then the next one she liked, which I wasn't crazy about. But this is the one with the music playing, and this happens to be Ronnie's version of this thing. It had something different. I mean, I probably would have drank this whole bottle, to be honest with you. It was just different inside of me.
But does the music make you get into it more?
Well, let me answer that by saying to you, when you walk into this studio, you're surrounded by frequency.
Right.
So everybody that comes in here says, they'll just sit here and they will just look around. And they'll go, wow. All you hear is the word wow. And then, okay, we got to close. Wow. It's the same thing that we learned in Del Rey. So art has a frequency. The posters are involved with the art. It just brings it around. There's so many levels of it here that something touches you as an individual of what's going on in here. I mean, Reba was in here for the first time and she said, wow, this place is amazing, which is the effect that I'm looking for. It's the same thing that happened with this bottle. And I told Ronnie this. I said, listen, it isn't that I'm trying to sell you, that you're the best. It just had an effect, which was really strange. And you have to go through it and try it to sort of say, you know, maybe this is not your flavor, maybe it's not your frequency, maybe it's not. But for me, it's the same thing that happened with Gubba when I first met him. I was shocked that rum can taste the way he makes it.
Yes, open up the shot and put up all 3, please.
We have Bacardi in Puerto Rico. I used to go to the Bacardi rum factory almost every weekend for different reasons. But his rum, and you'll be the testament because you like it, is a little bit different. You know, it has a different feeling, a different calling to it, which is really kind of cool. And he sticks with it. He's never changed the formula. It stays the same, yeah.
You have a Gubba recipe for us today?
Yeah. No, I don't. Not at the moment, but maybe as we go through the
Maybe
rest
something
of the show,
will inspire him and occur to him.
Something can
Well,
come
she
up.
brought out the hot chocolate. She brought
We
out
had-
the chocolate.
We had National Hot Chocolate Day the other day.
Yeah.
And it was spectacular.
good.
A little bit of Gubba.
That was a little bit of Gubba goes a long way.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, more with our Wednesday. We've got Amy back in the house. Hopefully, we're going to get a show out of her while she's here still. Steve, Reba, and Ronnie with us. Stay tuned. Our phone lines are open. 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
With enough butter, anything is good. Tori Wells from Precious Treasure Gourmet Foods thinks so, because she single-handedly updated and expanded butter's possibilities. From compound, savory, sweet, and spicy, her freshly made butters aim to please. I don't know about you, but I've never really seen butter this versatile before, and now so feasible. With online shopping, just visit PreciousTreasuresGourmetFoods.com, because at Precious Treasures, Tori is working on the best artisan gourmet foods to every table. Remember, guys, true love is like butter. There's no substitute for the real thing.
Once a professional musician, artist Steven Zwirn uses his creativity through multimedia artistic expression. His compositions use acrylic paint to create 3D masterpieces. Steven's fascination with brilliant colors and intriguing patterns with jewels and rhinestones entices the eye with color and dimension. For more information on the artwork of Steven Zwirn, contact Steven at 914-656-9060 or StevenZwirn, ZWIRN.com.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Then hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversation and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
See that? He's inspired.
And we're back. And I'm having a sandwich.
I'm kind of feeling like Reba needs to host her own segment because she's great at this. It gives us some free time, and
You
she's.
can have a sandwich.
You can have a sandwich. I can have some cake, and Reba's got the whole thing taken care of over there.
I interview them.
Steve's at the bar, so the bar is now open. Gubba and chocolate. It just took a little bit of inspiration. So you've never had the rum.
I haven't. I'm so excited to try a little.
So Amy, you want to give a testimonial?
No. Well, I like the gold majorly, and
Talk in the mic.
oh, are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea we were.
We're having lunch. We're on.
Okay, so I add almond milk to mine. Not all the time though, but it's yeah.
So that's rum with almond milk and ice.
Yeah, and ice. Yeah, it's watered down now, but
Okay.
Looking for more rum.
it's really
That
delicious.
sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's nice after dinner too. You know,
Want a
like you
little
would have
something
sangria.
sweet.
Not sangria. What do we? Not sangria. The afternoon the brandies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not a brandy person.
So this really just it's great with dessert.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
The silver is a little bit different. This so silver. What does silver have in it?
Coconut.
The coconut, right? The other one's almond. Okay.
So Steve, are we doing some shots?
Oh, you're gonna try both.
Ronnie, would you like to try some?
No, you guys did me in yesterday.
Oh wow.
That was, even though it was my wine and I loved it, I was so sleepy when I went back and I had to go shoot. We had a part of the music video shoot down in Hialeah. I had to drive there and drive back, and I was like it was like a 4-hour shoot. Supposed to be like 20 minutes. Of course, that took 4 hours.
We went to the radio station.
I fell
He
asleep.
fell asleep on the couch.
That would be good enough.
Like, I got this. So
I say it's good for
we did
dessert,
not
too.
even go live at 7 o'clock last night. I said, "Are you sure?" He says, "No, we're going to run a tape." So we
I
did.
was so tired.
We
It
weren't
was
live
so,
until
but I was very
7:30.
relaxed, you know. Until I
Sure.
had to wake up at 7:30.
But yeah, it was great.
That one's a little hard.
What did you have? The coconut
The coconut. I had
and
the
the
vanilla
and the
first.
vanilla. Okay.
Very good. The coconut was good too, but it was just like, whoa.
Coconut was a little too strong.
No,
Amy's
not too strong, but maybe too strong for right now.
Amy's a big fan of the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those are. I mean, I would really love the gold in the coffee. That would be nice.
Yeah, so I have my favorite drink. I do the gold, the coffee, and a little bit of chocolate liqueur. Shake it up in my ice, and that's my espresso Gubba Gold Martini.
Yeah, perfect.
Right?
Perfect recipe.
And then this silver would be great with just club soda.
Oh, we haven't
Just
tried
club
that.
soda
We've
and
done it with
ice.
pineapple
Be
juice. We
very
haven't done it with club
refreshing.
soda, Steve.
I'm sorry?
The
Maybe
silver
a splash
and
of pineapple. Yeah.
Silver
the
and
silver and
club.
club soda.
Tonic.
Ah. Okay.
Works nicely. Wedge of lime.
Very nice. So the bar is open.
Delicious, Steve. Thank you. Love it.
Thank you.
Let's see how we wrap that up. So what's next for you, Mr. Gubb?
What's next? Well, can we make an announcement?
Okay.
Uh,
Sure.
The debut on the Brooklyn.
Let's do it.
On the Brooklyn Cafe TV extravaganza.
Yeah.
We, as of Friday, Gubba Rum will be available at Deck 84.
Congratulations.
That's
on
a
East
huge.
Atlantic,
Yeah.
Ave in Delray.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Go Bert. Yeah.
Good for you.
They will have Gubba Rum available.
Oh, that's
And
fabulous.
if you want to enjoy Gubba Rum cocktails, be sure to specify that you want Gubba Rum. Settle for nothing less.
It's
Oh,
wicked
that's
smooth.
fabulous.
It's wicked smooth. There you
Yeah.
go.
He's
You
got a
guys
lot of
did
new
two
restaurants too.
yesterday?
I'm sorry?
You went with Amy, you went there also?
No.
Amy did not go there. I was with the fabulous Lady Ashley and Big John.
Oh, very nice.
And we were twins.
Did you like that post?
Yes, it was hysterical.
Who was twins? You and
He
Lady
hasn't
Ashley?
seen the
Me and
post.
Lady Ashley were twins.
My post was Twinning Tuesday. It was Steve and Big John.
Yeah, it
Remember
was
the movie Twins with Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger?
Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, like this. And I told everybody I was, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger. and they believed me. So,
Of course they
okay.
did. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
so we're very excited about that. I do have some disappointing news that we just found out. Boca Liquors has closed.
Oh no, I was going to go there.
No.
They're closed.
I heard
They
sold it,
closed?
and then you own it.
That's what I was told, but they are
That makes
closed.
sense. I've been reaching out to them solid for about 2 weeks because I had an opportunity for them. And I didn't know why he wasn't calling me back.
And I think now we have the answer.
Yeah. So
That was an adorable little
disappointed. The folks over there were nice people.
Very
and They were
nice.
fun to deal with, and we did some tastings over there.
It's a little liquor store.
Such is life.
that
Some
was
things come and go in life. and
So
that's
what
the way it is.
happens when you,
Fem City brought them here when they opened, right?
right, when you
But
have
then
a liquor store full of liquor, what do you do with it
Yeah.
all?
You dispense it.
Well, it can always be.
back door for a profit.
Yep. There's
Yeah,
always
I mean-
somebody buying liquor. Always somebody buying liquor.
It can be disposed of.
I kind of wish we knew like a sample sale. You go in, you get your
Yeah,
samples.
I would
and
have
you go.
bought
buy
more
by the
Gubba
case.
bottles.
You gotta buy like a pallet. It's not like, let me go buy a bottle to help you.
Steve, do you know if the doors are officially closed or are they getting ready to
I
close?
was told it was closed. I just checked it online, and it says permanently closed. I have not known Google to be wrong about such things.
Correct. Okay.
I'm very surprised.
Boy, I learned something today.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to continue to reach out to him. I was thinking that maybe I offended him in some way, and he wasn't calling me back
it's
because
not
I'm like,
your
I have this
fault.
great opportunity. So I'm glad to hear that.
It's not your fault. But
I didn't
everybody
do
in the
anything
listening
Don't take it
audience, go to
personal.
Deck 84 and enjoy Gubba Rum.
Very
That's
nice.
on Atlantic Avenue.
Oh, and I also want to say that on February 19th, we're going to be we'll do a promotional event at Deck 84. So
February
we-
19th?
February 19th.
Okay.
Where are you going to be?
Do you do press releases?
Do
you have someone to do a press release?
Not as well as I should.
Well, you should do a press release and send it to me.
Okay.
Gubba Rum, now available at Deck 84. Whatever.
I will.
You can do a template. Find a template online.
I'll be
Send it
delighted to
me.
coordinate with you.
Okay.
Thank you
Now,
so
do
much.
would you need a DJ for that event?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's funny
Do
when
you
we
DJ? Ronnie?
Do I DJ? Yes, ma'am.
Interesting.
My territory is for Billboard is a Billboard DJ is Vegas.
I didn't realize you were still doing that.
Yeah.
on the side.
So just like Freddie had actually tossed some ideas our way when we released the Boca Sparkling. Vic and I will be partnering up to DJ live together.
So it's impressive that you remember the conversation from yesterday.
Yeah.
And you remember the conversation from yesterday.
She wasn't there.
When I was cleaning, yeah. I missed the whole conversation.
There's a lot of opportunities when that thing comes up to host events, to bring it out there. And now that you have the music attached to it, which goes with the whole enchilada.
Yeah, we have some local artists that I'm, well, at least one local artist I'm developing.
Remind
we have a
me-
release.
We need to flash it on the screen.
Because I didn't hear about this.
I'm not trying to put you out. We just. This all happened yesterday.
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't planned. We have no idea what we're doing. That's all.
I'm from Pittsburgh and I'm Italian, so you have to. I like the bus chops. So when I throw stuff out, half of it's I'm playing around. So
That's. I got to say this. Let's talk about what is it? Primanti's.
Primanti's.
Yeah.
You don't like the coleslaw on the sandwich.
No, I don't care about that.
You don't like the fries.
They're gonna have to up their game. That's what I think. It's good, but.
Where did you get it at?
I had it on. Was it on Oakland Park Boulevard? Or is it on Commercial? Which one is it?
Down here?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
compare to that.
that's your problem.
Okay, Ronnie, don't worry. You can't compare food from now. That's like saying
Why?
I went to eat
What,
Boston
the family?
lobster
The
in
family?
Miami.
The family is not here.
No. See, here's the problem. Franchises, right?
Okay.
They're supposed to do things accordingly.
The same way.
But it doesn't mean that it's going to have the same.
It's like a
Promote the.
You know what I mean?
It's like a bagel.
Frequency.
A bagel
Well,
ain't gonna be the
it's not
same
going to have the
thing
same
like
love,
Manhattan,
which
yeah?
is frequency, 528 hertz. But it's not going to have that same, Pittsburgh
Okay.
authentic
Well, if we get you singing
taste.
to the pizza, will it help?
What's that?
If we get you
No.
singing to the pizza.
The water's different.
I know that. I wasn't going to say that.
Not that thing again.
I didn't say that.
I gotta tell you, I'm from the Bronx in Manhattan. Hot dogs, knishes, bagels. I go down here. I don't care what you do to it. It's just not the same. Do I eat it down here? Yeah. Do I say it's good? What am I going to say? It's no good.
And you
when I
think
eat it?
and you think it's because of the water, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
No, I'm just asking.
That
I
could be.
believe it.
That's
I
a
gotta tell you.
possibility.
Sure,
That's
I
a
believe it.
possibility.
I have to put a filter on filtered water down here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is going on down here. I go to New York and my sister gives me a glass of water right from the faucet. And it's just different, and things seem to cook. But maybe they have better
We
cooks.
have a pizza place back home. We call it Police Station Pizza. It's in Ambridge, Pennsylvania, right? It's across the
Police Station Pizza?
Yeah, because it's right next to a police station.
Is that next to Sing Sing?
It's really called the Pizza House, but everybody nicknamed it Police Station Pizza because it's next to an old police station.
Okay.
But other people have tried to open up franchises, and they all failed because they wouldn't use the same pans that the original owner cooked in his ovens. And when those pans are seasoned right, it makes the crust a certain way. And if you don't do it that way, it doesn't
It's
come
not
out
going
the
to come
same.
out
So
that way.
those little differences, they make a difference.
They
And,
do, they do.
You know, from taste to feeling and emotion and everything else, it is all about frequency.
That's why when you have a lot of success up north, to bring those restaurants down here, the changeover takes a little while.
I saw you put something. White Castle was closing.
They're closing my White Castle in Queens.
I can't believe that.
After 85 years. Now, you take a White Castle burger up there, and I have them here in the freezer because I figure one day they're going to die, so I'm going to have the last 3 left on the planet.
In case of nuclear war, you're prepared.
You can actually burn them
Here's
and they
the
don't
bomb
burn.
shelter. You have White Castle in the freezer.
But they're closing the White Castle down in, and it's funny because Ruby D sent me that. He says,
posted that.
We're going to be closed because we used to hang out there all the time.
You know, Freddie, 1,000 years from now, after the nuclear war, they're going to find you with a frozen burger in your hand, like lying in the bomb shelter.
Wayne's not here, but I was going to tell him to put it in the casket.
Yeah.
But the whole food thing down here, I say water. Maybe it's not. It could be the pans. It's something, and the difference is always there. So it is what it is. You know, sometimes you have to put something on a bagel to make it taste better. I don't know.
You know what today is? Speaking of frequencies, our producer just came to tell me.
Groundhog Day.
Today is 2-2. 22. Today is 2-2. You're off a year.
You know what? You better check those checks.
Why did you put 21?
You put 21.
Okay.
That's not a good number.
I've been doing this.
That's not a
I've
good
had to
number.
rewrite checks
It adds
10
up to
times. I keep putting the wrong year.
I can't believe I did that.
Now, the groundhog did
I
not
didn't even
come
look.
out, so they say 6 more weeks of winter. I also heard that the Earth's core has cooled by a certain amount of degrees, which is going to make a difference on anything that you use to plant.
Yep.
It's going to change how it works.
Keep in mind that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. 4.5 billion. It's going to be around for another 4.5 billion years.
But different.
We have nothing to worry about.
No, it's not about it being around.
dealing
It's just
with it.
how it's going to be around. You know, you wake up and you got 25 feet of snow, and then it's 107 degrees in the sun the next day.
Well, that's what's been going on for 4.5 billion years.
2222. It's
2222.
a manifestation day. Oh man, I'm sorry for you. Tonight you got Sarah Spiritual. You know what that means?
Oh, what does it
Oh,
mean?
you better be careful. I'll light a candle for you.
Nah.
All the angels come out in twos.
I'm gonna
Noah's
tell
Ark,
you.
2 by 2
It's a
by
good,
2.
I'm going to tell you, it's a good day. Today is my late mother's birthday.
Happy birthday.
She would be 100 years old today.
Wow.
You're the
bless
second
her.
100.
Well, you know what?
Somebody
It's
else.
my parents' anniversary.
Is today?
They probably planned it that they wanted to get married on 2/2. Oh no, they didn't. What
No.
was the year they were married?
1111.
How many of those little rums did you have?
Give Reba another rum.
Pathetic.
Bing!
I know.
Gubba 1, Reba nothing.
My nephew got married on 9/9/99 at 9:09.
Who?
My nephew.
Wow.
Of course, it was a few
I
marriages
can't remember.
back.
I can't
A few
remember.
marriages ago.
Yeah, then it was 18, 18, 18, and then 2020. I mean, you just keep adding it up.
Well, sure. Prince had party till it's 1999.
That's
That's
right.
true.
Now, if your parents were married in 1922, I would be right on.
I'm not that old.
I lost her as if.
Yeah, no. Well, my dad passed away about 5 years ago, and my mom's still alive. She's, I don't know how old she is.
My mom's birthday is tomorrow.
She's
my
old.
my son had a birthday on the 31st, and I was told. I forgot all about it.
I can't believe he's getting older. He gets older every year.
He's
faster than
25.
everyone. He's 26, Linda said. I think she's off.
Maybe he's 27. Who the hell knows?
I don't
How
know.
could it be if Freddie's 29, he's 25? They're 5 years apart. Oh, wait a minute.
I think
It'd be
he's-
26, Freddie be 30.
I think.
No, that's 4. Yeah, 29 and 25.
All right, who's ever on board, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, more with this. Amy thinks it's 21. I guess I'm going to go check all those checks you just wrote me. It's really 2222.
We'll cash in next year. You ever go to the movies and they show the year of the movie, 2025, 2020, because it was done in the 1900, 1990, You ever seen that? Doesn't it freak you out?
What year were the Jetsons? 2024, right? I think. Just think.
It
We're
completely freaks
Maybe.
me out that 1980 was 40 years ago.
Wow, I know.
That is so sad, Reba. I am depressed.
You know what they say? 1918 to 1970 is the same as 1970 to now.
I saw that little note.
That's insane.
I saw that note.
All right, Slick. We're going to take a commercial break. Our producer is out here flexing his muscles.
What is he doing?
Stay tuned.
Is he having a convulsion?
We'll be right back.
Justin Mooney is special counsel of the Florida office of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell attorneys. Justin's practice focuses on tax, estate planning, guardianship, probate, and trust administration. His passion is to provide clients with sophisticated estate plans which carry out their wishes, reduce any potential taxes, and preserve wealth for future generations. The attorneys of Hinman, Howard, and Cattell provide first-class legal services and have achieved a reputation for excellence for over a century, staying on the leading edge of the law. When you need representation or legal counsel, contact Justin Mooney at 561-276-1008 or jmooney@hhk.com.
Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces, using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker. He only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil for his art pieces. Yes, I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came from pencil, but yes, they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon, an unconventional artist with a unique story behind every canvas.
Amy Reshefsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshefsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshefsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshefsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshefsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshefsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day.
Welcome to Mini Donut World, where the donuts are hot, fresh, and delicious, made to order and customizable by you. Gourmet specialty flavors such as apple pie, French toast, campfire, and strawberry cheesecake are always popular. Looking to tailor your appetite? Build your own mini donuts. Choose from over 18 flavored donut bases, add on your icing flavor, and choose from over 15 toppings and drizzles. While kids enjoy our design your own kits to take home, our 21 and over customers love our alcohol-infused donuts. Come visit Mini Donut World at 8763 Sterling Road in Cooper City. Have questions or want to place an order? Give us a call at 954-369-2301. We know you will love each bite of our deliciously distinctive mini donuts.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Let's see what you got. Oh, how exciting.
And we're back.
Angel Kinsey's is in the house. I'm so glad you're here, Angel, because I wanted you to meet Amy. And oh, the Low Sugar Bakery in Boca. Amy, they sent you a birthday cake. The Low Sugar Bakery in Boca Raton. Look how lovely this is. It just came in the door.
How sweet. Wow.
Wow, it has cards. You eat the cards?
The cards are edible. That is beautiful. That looks like a strawberry shortcake, low sugar.
I always notice that the sugars, when they reduce them, they get smaller, the cakes.
Wow.
That one over there?
They have
but
big
I'm looking
cakes
at this
too. Raspberries and chocolate.
that's
Look at
so
how
nice.
lovely that is.
This is very nice.
Thank you.
The Low Sugar Bakery. Good for diabetics, yes?
Low sugar.
And they'll even make it with no sugar if you want.
Wow, they'll do no sugar also. This is beautiful. Here, Slick, let's put this over on the table and let's get Angel. Angel, go sit. We're going to move Steve. Go sit over there next to Amy. I get to meet some of our family and friends. Angel has a new show with us on, right there. She's currently on Monday nights. We may be repositioning her to Thursday nights on our Thursday Night Fun, targeting the senior market.
Oh, cool.
So meet
A lot of
Amy.
those.
Amy is our artist, and there's Reba. You got Ronnie, and then Steve Gubba is floating around somewhere with some Gubba Rum.
Nice to meet you.
He's rummaging through the rum. No pun intended. Steve, we moved you a little bit. Steve, meet Angel. Okay, there. She's like old home a week.
She's getting older, what can I tell you?
We met, but we didn't. Now, today, yes, we did.
We did meet the other day. Then we went out to dinner. We went dancing. We had a great time.
Slick, I like that hashtag. Steve Gubb is rummaging through the rum.
It's only kidding.
Rummaging
That's good.
Steve.
Rummaging through the rum. Do grab it, Mike. Angel, how did you like Monday night?
Monday night, I have a story to tell you about Monday night.
Tell us.
Because we did my second show, and I had Goldie as a guest. So we talked about anxiety and panic attacks. So today, I just got finished teaching 2 classes, my Strength and Balance and my Zumba Gold. So I ran to the bakery and ran here. But one of my ladies called me this morning and said to me, Angel, I love the show. I had a few people that said it, but she said, you're not going to believe it. She said, I never knew what was wrong with me until I heard the show. And now I know what I've been going through. It's been anxiety, and I had no idea. So she was just so happy, and I said, that's great, because that's like the first step. You know, AA, you got to admit you have a problem, and if you don't know you have a problem, what do? You don't know how to deal with it. So she said, I'm so thankful that I was able to recognize these issues that I had, and I thought I was going crazy. And when I heard the show, I realized that's my problem. Now I know what to do.
Fantastic.
I mean, even if it helped one person.
Yep.
That's how I felt. It was great.
We actually played it again last night. And
You
I was
did?
running board for another show, and I came out and I said to Freddie, "You hear this show?" And you picked the tape. They're talking about anxiety and stress management and panic attacks. I said, "I have to leave." He says, "Why?" I said, "'Cause I think I'm having a panic attack." He says to me, "What is wrong with you?" I said, "I guess I must admit, I think I missed part of your interview. I was talking to your two new sponsors. So I missed part of it, and I'm listening to it thinking, oh my gosh, I'm getting stressed out thinking that I might have another panic attack as she's saying you could have another panic attack." But yes, it was very powerful. And he was sleeping on the couch, Ronnie. All of this happened at the radio station.
No, but do you now there's another firsthand account of how the mind picks up on frequencies, and you can actually go into a state of the things that you're thinking about.
100%.
What you think about, you bring about, and that's the whole essence of like how we
100%.
make our wine, and whether again if it's just a specific targeted frequency, or if it's the a combination of sounds and emotions, which is why Freddie felt the way that he did drinking my wine as opposed to the 396 hertz, as opposed to the Jesse Cook's Pinot Noir. What do people say? Hey, you're bringing me down.
It's
or,
so different.
Don't be such a downer. Things like that. Well, or you're going to make yourself. You're going to make yourself sick sitting on the couch thinking about it, right?
Here's the interesting thing last night is we do radio and then we do our streaming platform. I am always engaged in the streaming side of it. I'm always watching and listening. Last night, I was only listening to it. It's a totally different sense and perception when you're actually just listening to it, the radio side of it, versus watching it at the same. At least for me, it was last night because I heard it differently than when I watched it the night before. And I was in the room both times.
Yes.
Totally different feel. Yes?
Absolutely, I agree.
Different sense.
Totally, because you're only using your hearing sense and the processing only auditory instead of visual and auditory.
Well, it's like a baseball game. You ever watch a game on TV and then you go to the stadium? It's like night and day. And the closer you get to that, the infield, the more it changes. So my son treated me to the nosebleeds. I said, you got to go down at the bottom where you can catch a foul ball because you're right on by the dugouts. And he looked at me, he says, wow. And he's played ball for many, many years. He says, this is amazing. It just has a different feel to it.
Sure.
I feel like sports-wise, for me, one of the most different experiences is hockey. When you watch ice hockey live, as opposed to watching it on TV, to me, it's like a different game.
Oh yeah, well,
it's a totally different
And
game.
it's faster?
It's
How do you
so
see the
fast.
How do you see the puck?
It's so
You
fast.
can't
You
see
hear
it.
it.
They smack it, score. I never saw it. Then you look at the replay. You see everybody going, oh, there it is.
Think about this. Don't you feel different when you go to church and there's a congregation of people
Absolutely.
as opposed to when you pray by yourself? Now, technically, if you're tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to who and what you are, there's no more powerful way to do that than from within yourself.
Absolutely right.
Okay, but other people can lift you up
Yes.
or bring you down. So when you go to a hockey game, you've got people who love to see fights and hits and crushes and smashes and goals. That's different than the energy you would get from a home run, which is, so real quick, I wanted to say this yesterday, but I forgot. Somebody asked me when I DJ'd, how do you know what to play when you're DJing? And I said, I've gotten to the point where give me a little bit of time and I'll figure this crowd out, but I can make them fight, make out, get drunk, clear the dance floor, or go home.
That's
Based on what I
I'm
believe.
sure you can. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And that's how I approach the music that I write and create because, like, again, yesterday we talked about the sexual energy and the sacral chakra and how that can be misconstrued spiritually or religiously. I would say more religiously as opposed to spiritually because religious has a market on how you're supposed to view things, right? But spiritually, women create through birth. Men create through strength. Musicians create through words and lyrics, and painters create through visuals. And spirit producers create through their alcohol. That's what a spirit is. When you're fermenting the alcohol, and I don't want to use the wrong terms, but he would know. But when that's distilled, you're bringing the spirits of that corn or that husk or whatever you're making, whatever that ingredient is. You're bringing the spirits from that, and you're participating in that.
True
So
that.
Sure.
I think it's all tied in.
I was an altar boy, and I learned that the whole thing with the church is all pre-planned. How big they make them, there's a reason. The smells, there's a reason. The robes they wear, it's a reason. The incense, I used to do the incense in the church before people came in. There's a reason for everything that they do. And then you get that, you ever see how people leave the church and they are in a giving mode? They got to go do, because their frequency has changed. And then the next day, it sort of gets back to where it was. If you're not in touch to that, what's that gland called?
What?
The gland?
Pineal.
Pineal gland. If you make your pineal gland explode, then you live. Don't be looking at me. Because I want your pineal gland
Third eye.
to explode. Your third, that's right.
Yeah, your third
His
eye.
Remember what
pineal.
Tracy was talking about?
We want, because there is, but it's a true science. I think Tracy really, she threw me into this whole different thing. And I look around and I see it, and I see it, and I see it. And I've known her for a while. She did this when I went to the restaurant to eat. She changed my whole experience to that restaurant. But it was her. It was how she changed me.
Reba is a
and of
great
course,
people
Ronnie.
person.
Unbelievable. So you can feel it if you are tuned into it.
Well, look what Angel's done. Two shows in a row. You filled the studio so much that we have to bring you here.
Because we don't want that to stop. We want to have you.
We want
have
you to
more
keep
people.
filling it. We would need to keep everyone,
safe.
Oh, so
safe and
people
distantly.
come to your show live, Angel?
Yeah. Well, I was surprised. The first show, one of my ladies showed up that is extremely afraid to drive at night. She came all the way from Del Rey, all the way out from Kings Point.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot to drive for a
Yes, it
senior at
is.
night.
Yes, it is.
And and she gave her story of how she overcame a lot of it in my class. So
They're still contacting.
so that was number one. I didn't expect her to be there, and because it's a small studio, so you can only fit so many people. And then Monday night, 2 people showed up that wanted to sponsor the show.
That was
And,
the best. She says, "Who can we speak to about sponsoring Angel's show?" I said, "I'm happy to help you."
That's
She says,
unbelievable.
right?
And it's-
Unbelievable.
and I was not prepared. We have another studio, Ronnie. I don't know if you've ever been to the radio station. So I have up to 20 chairs, but I only laid out 6 because of the pandemic. People have not been going up to the radio station. So all of a sudden, she comes in, and there are more people. Friday nights, more people. So more people, little by little,
That's
are getting out
amazing.
from under the cave.
Oh,
and
you
they're
still
coming
have
out.
the other studio?
Yes, but it's
The
it's
radio station studio.
bigger.
Oh, I didn't know you still had that.
Oh, no, we still have it, and we've expanded it to have people participate. This was built for this, to have people, so that when you do your show, you do participate, you do network, you are exactly the energy, Ronnie, that you were talking about before. We're sort of mixing that whole group on Fridays. That's why you saw Friday with the game and the singer and JT and his jazz and all that. That's all part of Let's See What Works. But you have done tremendous. And I got to tell you, I look at you because you asked for a show and you got it. But I got to tell you, and all kidding aside, all this
Well,
actually...
excuse me, I didn't ask you for a show.
No, you asked the universe.
I said, that's what I would love to have.
I just heard you.
Adrian.
Come on in. Come on in, Adrian.
So I didn't ask you because I didn't even know that it was possible. I had
Anything-
no
anything
idea.
is possible. But I got to tell you, I got to give tribute. I got to give credit where credit is due. And I've known Amy now 5 years.
Yeah, at
5?
least.
And the table that you're sitting on, that her elbow is on, she created that table for me up at the other place, up in Del Rey. And when I met Amy, she was in the front to the back of this gallery. And I always told Dawn, you know, of all, because there was what, Amy, 80 artists in there? Of all the artists in there, going back to what Ronnie you're talking about, there was more movement that I felt were her. So when she came down here and said, listen, I need a place in there, I said, oh my God. And here it goes. And she's the one that filled this house. She created the frequency that people started to come in. at the beginning of the pandemic.
She still does, yep.
Created him. He doesn't realize this. He came in because we were starting to build it. There was nothing on these walls. Matter of fact, when we signed the lease here, I looked at her and said, are you out of your mind? What are you going to do with all these walls? Now I need more walls.
Yeah, there's not enough space.
I don't have enough space because it's change. So you have to learn how to deal with the change. That is the biggest challenge for me now, is to deal with the I expect the change.
Every day's a
Well,
change.
Every day.
I really think because of COVID, people are ready for, well, it's never going to be the same the way it was.
But it doesn't
So
have
what
to
does
be.
that mean? That means there's change. So either you go with the flow and go with the changes, or you're going to be left behind. So I really think there's a lot of bad stuff that happened, but I think there's even more on the good side that has happened. It's brought families together, eating dinner together because they're not going out as much. It's done a lot of good. You know, just the Zoom alone, people communicating on Zoom and having that avenue that if they were alone in the house, they were alone. Now they could get on Zoom and they could see everything.
But I got to tell you something, Angel. Zoom has nothing on us. We've been doing that Zoom thing for over 13 years, except people didn't use it. You
Right.
see, when there's change, if you don't use it correctly, it just dies by the
Yeah.
wayside. Your message is what makes Zoom spectacular. It's not the Zoom, it's
Right.
the message that you're giving them via that vehicle. But that can be done in a whole
Oh,
sort of
yeah,
way.
this platform is way bigger than
Actually, I have
Zoom.
some ideas. Instead of you interviewing for 30 minutes, I'd like to hear more of you, and then maybe interview for 10, or 10 and 10.
That's what was suggested because
Come on in. Ron's here.
people, I think they wanted to hear more solutions to the problem. And so, you know, each show I learn.
So
That's
it's
right. I mean,
fantastic.
little by little, you learn. You've never done it before. The numbers are spectacular again.
Thank you.
And the funny thing is that it's a new way of doing things. It's what I've been telling Steve. We're going to hit the mother lows someday. We're going to get there. And Steve looks at me and laughs. But you never know. You never know. No, don't tick, because you're still here. You had a good day yesterday. You never know what tomorrow will bring if you keep your eyes open. This is what I love about Reba, because that's what she does. Reba will see an opportunity to have something. She'll plant a seed and see if a tree grows. Same thing with Amy. Amy, there's no accident that she's in North Carolina busting it out.
It's me. She met Adrian. You look beautiful. I love your hair.
There
I
are no
didn't really get to
coincidences
officially
or
talk to you.
conspiracies.
I'm sorry?
I said there are no coincidences
None.
or conspiracies.
None. That's how we ended up here. So, Amy, I'm not so sure you can take this home. I kind of feel like she's our protector. We'll have to
God,
talk.
here we go.
Well, we'll talk.
We'll have to talk. I may have to leverage keeping her here.
Yeah, you know, I put that up and she brought it back down. I put it over there, she brought it over here.
The best is I know we're
sits
going to
right
wrap
here.
up the show, but we got all the new pieces. Keith brought them back in. So I said to our crew, and the guys were new, we're going to move the horses over and put the triptych up. And they all walk out, and they're brand new, and they look around, and they say horses. And they look around.
Nobody can find the horses.
And they go, where are the horses? So then one of them says to me, I'm assuming it's that direction because you pointed over there. So they're looking. They look at the yellow one. I said, oh, no, that's a dragon. And look at the next one. I said, no, that's an angel. Then they look at the other one, and we talk about what's in that other smaller trio over there. By process of elimination, they realized what it was. But we love your art so much, we've named them all, and we see different things in all of your art. But people that come new don't.
That's what my medium told me.
What?
That there were so many different things in my art.
Oh, yes.
And she picked it up. So
And she's right. I'm going to tell you, the horses came down, they were there, and I put it right back up.
Adrian, do you see the horses? I do. There you
red
go.
and
And
blue
everyone
ones.
knows.
They're red and blue and gray, right? There's a lot of them in there. There are a lot.
There's a lot. All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Ready to wrap it up?
Amy, happy early birthday. If you're here next week, we'll do it again.
Yeah, great idea.
So I'm glad you came, Ron. Welcome, Steve.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
Have to bring everyone Angel Fantastic, Reba, Adrian, and Ronnie. Thank you so much for joining us. Wayne was here, and Jay Harmon. As always, come by, get some food.
Are we going to say
It's
what?
Amy's birthday. We'll set some home to you and Barbara. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind. It is 2-2. It's a powerful numerological day, and we will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of